Hey guys, how we keep it dirty off-road, and we got another product review for you today. We're looking at Setpower's new mobile fridge freezer, and we're gonna take a look at their mobile fan as well. Setpower is a company that reached out to us and wanted us to test some of their products. And this one, especially down here, has me very interested because I've always wanted to get a fridge, a mobile fridge for the truck, but one that's off-road ready is very cost prohibitive. The only one out there on the market is almost $2,000, and it's just too expensive for the most of us. Setpower has an option that's very big and is a little bit more cost effective. It's still expensive, but I think the price probably suits what it is. And for this video, we're gonna do an unboxing and we're gonna get it set up on the truck and do a couple of tests with it and give you guys our thoughts on it. First, we're gonna unbox the fridge. Let's see what's inside. We got a divider.
A box. Another box.
Now, while we're here, I'll open it from this side, right? Like you can take this off. There you go.
Doing great. You really good start, Dad.
Right?
There you go. Then drag it across. There you go.
So you can take off the lid and switch the direction.
Oh, you can do it.
You can switch the direction, it opens. Makes it really convenient. These are the wheels. This is the charge cable for the car. Charge cable for inside the car. Some hardware. I have to figure out what all this hardware is for.
And this was it.
So we're gonna get it all built up because with a couple accessories. You don't have to install the wheels if you don't want to. Because we are gonna be using this off-road, we are gonna install the wheels just to be ready. And then we're also gonna install the second handle, the second optional handle too, so that it makes it easier to strap down. They're double-sided, so the side doesn't matter. Next, we're gonna take these guys and install the wheel carrier.
We need to take off two bolts. Two bolts, you're gonna take off
right?
these and this, yeah.
Get it toy. Next, we gotta install the feet. Now the kit does come with the spring-loaded handle that goes right there into those. We are gonna install this because I wanna have multiple options to be able to strap this down in the back of the truck. And it is spring-loaded, guys, so you'll notice when he puts it on, it does kind of push itself out a little bit. All right, so let's talk about some of the features of this thing and why I think it's pretty cool. First of all, feels fairly rugged. It's highly configurable. The wheels are detachable. The handles are detachable. So you can set this up however you want. They even make a sliding shelf that you can use on their website that allows you to put this in more of a static location. We're gonna use these handles right here to hold it down. So we're gonna strap it down and we're gonna keep the tires on it so that we can use it when we go camping and stuff like that on the trail. It is a true dual zone fridge. There's actually two vents in there and you can actually use this to hold ice cream and whatever you want. The divider is removable, comes with a tray, highly configurable in here. And then this lid, you can reverse it. You can actually set this up to open to whatever side you want. This also has a built-in drain hole, and then it also has an LED in there too for those dark nights, so you can actually see what's in there. It does have a couple of modes when it comes to cooling. It can either be in a max mode or an eco mode, depending on your needs. Okay, so see how it has two temperatures on there right now, right? It's smart enough to recognize the dividers in place and turn it into a single zone. Pretty cool. Now, another cool part about this is the warranty. It has a 3-year warranty on the fridge compressor and then a 12-month warranty on the whole build. So that's pretty good for a mobile fridge, right? Most of them, you're lucky if you get 90 days. Now, as far as build quality, this is all plastic. From what I can see, this all is plastic. It feels ruggedized for off-roading and stuff like that, but it is mainly plastic. It does feel pretty solid. If you look at the competition out here, one of the bigger fridges out there, the ARB fridge, $2,000 fridge, and that's an aluminum side fridge. So that's where you save a little bit of money on this one. Now, as far as cost, this is still a little pricey. This one right here, as it sits, it's $569. It's very competitively priced considering the size. This thing is huge. According to the product page, you can fit 52 cans of Coke in here. It's a lot. Another word of advice too that comes from the manufacturer is that if you're gonna use this, you wanna pre-cool this before you put all your items in here. And I think that goes with any fridge, right? If you're using, say, like one of the Yeti coolers or something like that, you have to do that anyways. This, because it's a fridge, it's just gonna last you longer and allow you to keep things like ice cream and stuff like that, which that's one thing I'm really looking forward to, being able to take ice cream with me on the trails. All right, guys, now let's go take a look at the fan. Now this is Smartele 16-inch fan. Now initially when they offered me this one, I was like, why would I need this? Why would I need to test out a fan? Especially one that cost $170. And then I started digging a little bit deeper, then I realized, okay, we can actually use this. And you guys are gonna like this. So first of all, what is this? This is a battery operated shop fan. It takes 2 hours to charge this battery bank. This battery bank can also be used to charge other devices. It has a USB connection there in the back. According to the website, with the full charge, this can run for 38 hours. So think about that. If you're camping, this is a good fan to have when it's a hot day and you don't want to run the AC, or you're on a tent or something like that. You can run this all night and stay cool. I think the place where we're going to get the most use out of this is when we're working on the truck and it gets a little hot. This thing's battery operated, so we can put it wherever we want. We just got it. We haven't hooked it up to anything. And look at that. It's quiet. This thing's quieter than the...
We haven't knocked it up to 100.
Okay, go full power. It's very, very quiet, guys. This is like a brushless motor, I think. A brushless motor setup. Very efficient, very quiet.
And then when it starts getting loud, it's around 80.
Yeah. According to the website, this has about 2,500 CFMs. Not sure if you guys care. It's a fan. As long as it blows on you, that's good. Metal frame construction. This one actually feels fairly rugged. It's a 12-month warranty on the whole thing, including the electronics. And then this back here is a 1,500 milliamp battery that powers the whole thing. So you can use this as your charger or whatnot too. So it's not just a fan. You can actually connect your stuff off of this and charge your phones up or whatnot. Or in my case, cameras and batteries. Pretty cool little idea. Would I pay $170 for this? Probably not. I think it's a little pricey for what it is at the 16-inch. They do have a 12-inch that's a little bit cheaper, which is about $130. It looks like it has a similar motor, similar everything. It's just the smaller form factor. I think it's a cool little device, and then I think we're gonna get a lot of use out of this over the next couple of weeks as we're working on the truck. In the summer months, it gets pretty hot here, and sometimes we get no wind, so we may end up using it quite a bit just to stay cool as we're working on the truck. Next, I'm gonna go test both of these out on the trail. So we're gonna get the Setpower fridge cooled down, set up to the temperature that it needs to be so that we can actually use it. We're gonna load it up and we're gonna actually go try these out on the trail, see how they handle. Let's go get these charged up, let's get that cooled down, and let's go try these out. Say it.
What?
Luke, I am your father.
Luke, I am your father.
Why'd you do it like that?
That's not how he does it.
I am your father.
Luke, I am your father. No!
Why do you do it like that?
He doesn't say it like that. You get in there and do it.
Okay, now here's where we ran into our first problem. The connector that goes to the fridge, it's directional and it's pretty tight. Nothing gonna pull that out. The vehicle connector, on the other hand, wasn't the same story. When we first plugged it in, we actually got no power to the fridge. It's connected? Mm-hmm. First we thought, okay, maybe it's a different power procedure. Maybe you have to hold down the power button. What it ended up being is this connector is just, I don't know, I guess it's a little tight and it wasn't making proper contact. And we had to make sure that we wiggled it into connection so that we can get a good contact with this thing and finally got it to turn on. What'd you do?
I'm gonna push this in.
It's on now. It's showing the temperature inside and see the zones. Basically telling you this is the smaller step down zone and this is the upper zone.
That's quiet.
Still making noise though. A little bit louder than I was expecting it to be.
Are you serious? You can't get quiet. Not with the fridge built into your truck.
Let's see if you guys can hear that. Now I'd say we've had it on for about 15 minutes and it's gone down from 75 to, look at that, 44 and 50. This actually ended up giving us more problems down the road, and we're gonna go on that later. Now the manufacturer claims that it can fit 52 cans of Coke in here. We're gonna try that out now. I don't actually have 52, I only have 48, but I'm gonna give it a try to see how it works and see how much space there is in it. So that right there is 48, and this thing, it says it can do 52, and based on what we're seeing here, it can possibly do more than 52. Probably fit what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 more. Probably do 58 in here. So now that we got them all in there, we can't just go off-road. As soon as we start jumping around and doing stuff, these are gonna start hitting each other, gonna start banging each other, and they're gonna start opening themselves up. So I'm gonna show you a trick that I've learned over the years on how to reduce the movement in here and allow you to be able to use what's in here without having to worry about it going all over the place. So we went to Target and went and got ourselves a beach ball. I actually ended up getting 2 of these for the 2 zones. I'm gonna use the beach ball as a way to fill the dead space in there and keep everything from moving around and destroying itself. There you go. This thing is filled up. Hopefully it's gonna fill up all those little cavities right there. And then you close it up. And notice how nothing's moving in there? Whereas before, without it, hear the difference? See, and you got Cokes falling over now. Very little movement. All right, guys, there you go. 52 can test. I think it could fit 58, honestly. Don't forget your beach balls so you can keep it from moving around, because if you're off-roading, this thing's gonna be moving around a lot. Next, we're gonna go do some trails, go do some loops, go do some jumps, and see how this handles it, and see if it stays the temperature with constantly opening it up. All right, we're gonna go and test out this fridge out on the trail. So before we do that, we gotta get the truck all loaded up. It is big, huh, Ethan? Okay, so we do have it in, but it's an extremely tight fit. We may end up having to do this without the wheels because it's a little tight. Or we need to change the orientation and change the way we carry our gear. It's definitely tight. And yeah, I forgot to leave it on last night, so it's gonna cool off while it's here. We have our trusty bag in there with some Cokes and some drinks. We don't have that much because it's just a short day trip today just to test this out. See how it does. All right, now first up for trail testing, we went to the SDI test track. You guys know it. There's a lot of whoops there. It's a perfect spot for doing suspension testing. Figured it's a good way to give this a nice shake test. Now, the fridge did do good there. It kept its temperature and all that stuff, but this plug came to bite us. Is it on right now, Ethan?
No.
Why isn't it on?
Because this stupid little thing sucks. It's on now.
So that's one thing we should point out. The connection is a pain. It's a pain. It doesn't always get the best contact, but it is on now, right?
It is on now.
Kind of quiet. It's still a little louder than
Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear it, but the truck's louder.
I can't hear it.
Okay. Now, when we were doing our testing, we didn't take it easy. We went hard just like we always do. We were doing suspension testing anyways for the truck since we just got our shocks rebuilt, so we did not take it easy. We also took it out of the truck to see how it rolls off-road because that's an important test to me. This thing's a little bit of a lowrider. On flat ground, it's gonna be fine. But as soon as you start getting uneven ground, rocks and all that stuff, it's gonna get caught up everywhere it goes. So just make sure you keep that in mind. She's a little bit low, and she's gonna snag on everything. Now, because this is a Raptor, we also did jump testing.
My eyes are closed. My eyes are closed.
No, put your eyes open.
No, I don't want to open my eyes.
Open your eyes, sweetie.
No, no, no.
Nowhere near the jump.
I really don't.
Nowhere near.
We're nowhere near.
I hate you. I'm not going to force. Why the fuck are you doing this shit? Oh my god.
That wasn't that bad. What'd you think?
Never gonna with you again.
My wife didn't like that at all. Fridge, on the other hand, did just fine. It never stopped working and didn't get disconnected, luckily, on that trip. It did just fine.
I'm still recording.
We ended up also doing some more trails that day because I really wanted to do a shakedown in different kinds of trails and make sure the fridge worked, and it came out great. It had no issues whatsoever. Fridge worked as it's supposed to. Aside from that little plug kind of disconnecting sometimes, it did fine. We actually only saw it like maybe twice that first day, but again, it's an issue that we're keeping an eye on.
came out of my nose. It bubbled up when my nose came out of my nose.
Is it
too
cold
much
though?
for me to handle.
But is it cold?
Yeah, it's cold.
Can I have some?
No,
Why not?
it's mine.
Overall, we are really glad to add this to our off-road gear. We've always wanted a fridge. We always wanted to take ice cream on the trails. And we're gonna be able to do that with this bad boy. That being said, let's go over the good and the bad of this system, and starting off with the bad. First off, the connector, right? You guys saw us have issues with that connector. This side's tight. This side is not so good. This side gave us a lot of problems. It disconnected multiple times on the trail. I think it may have a requirement where this has to be a certain way in to get contact. I don't know, but that's a problem. And you know, Setpower guys definitely need to look at a different option for that part. Second, and this is a problem with all of these kinds of fridges, these are the connections for it, right? You have your mobile charger, and then the mobile charger charges to this one for your house charger. At some point in time, I am going to lose this. I have yet to see a fridge where this is integrated. Like, hey, give me a little cubby back there or something so I can keep this. I really don't want to keep this inside, and on a trip, I'm going to lose this one day. So again, this is a big drawback to me. I've yet to see a portable fridge that has this integrated somehow to make it easy so you don't lose it. So Setpower guys, please make this integrated, make this easier to carry so that I don't lose it. Now next, I did ask the company if this is good for being in the back of the truck and being in the elements. Now they said that it is, but I'm a little hesitant. I mean, if you look at the electronics here, they're not protected. They're not, you know, completely covered up and protected from the elements. I see what looks like a PC fan right here. All of that is subjected to the elements. So this is going to have issues if it's sitting in the back of your truck to the elements. So it's not as ruggedized as some of the higher end ones that are designed to sit in the back of a truck. So if you guys have one of these, I recommend keeping it inside the cab. Next is the price. This thing is a little bit on the expensive side at $570. When you see this in person and you realize how big it is, you understand the price because this thing is huge. Setpower has a bunch of different versions of their fridges, some that are much smaller and they're much more cost effective. So I highly recommend you guys check out their website to look at their other options because this is on the big side. Some of the smaller options are far more affordable. There's even an aluminum sided one too that's pretty good for off-roading. And then lastly, this thing's massive. Put it in sideways, it barely fit in the back of the truck. We had to scoot the chair forward. Obviously, I could fit it if I put it in sideways, but then I lose some bench seating. So yeah, that's one of the big drawbacks of this. So make sure you look at their website, look at some of the other options that they offer, and they're also much more affordable. Now let's go over the good. Considering the size of this thing, it actually gets cold fairly quick. When we first turned it on, within the first couple of minutes, so it was already getting cold. It took about, I'd say about 45 minutes to an hour to get to fridge temperature. And then to get things ice cold, it took about 2 hours from that initial turn on. So that's not bad considering how small pressure system is in this thing is and how small the vents are. Very quick at getting cold. And it actually maintained that temperature true throughout the time we were using it. Never had a problem with everything staying cold in this thing. It does have multiple modes, so a lot of you guys that like to go glamping and use battery packs to run something like this, it does have an eco mode so that it doesn't suck as much electricity for those and lasts a whole lot longer. It's also a true dual zone setup. There are 2 vents in there and it's a true dual zone, unlike most of these other ones that just kind of use one zone that keeps the other one cold. No, it's a true dual zone in there. I also am a big fan of the reversible top. We actually use that to get a better orientation so that I just had to open my door and get in there. Love the handle design. These handles are all spring loaded, which makes it nice. That means that less rattles on the trails. This one even won't come out unless you hit the little button for it to pop out. So again, this is a big feature, especially in the back of a truck. If this is insecure, this ends up rattling and making all kinds of noise. That little lock, it's not gonna happen. And then finally, the warranty. This thing has a 3-year warranty on all the electronic components. That compressor has a 3-year warranty. Hi guys, so that's it on this video. I do highly recommend it. The price is a little high, but Setpower has a ton of other options that are a whole lot more affordable. So I highly recommend you guys check out their website and see what else they have to offer because everything they offer can be used with their slides. They have a ton of accessories from slides, straps, and all that stuff. So they got you all set up for all your camping, overlanding, off-roading needs. So we're gonna get a lot of use from this. And here in a couple of months, once we've really used it for a long time, really abused it, we're gonna give you guys a long-term review and let you guys know how it turned out. All right, questions and comments below. Please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.